Greetings and salutations, males, females, and extraterrestrials. Today we're doing biceps, and for all you naysayers and haters or whatever, I don't care what you have to say. I'm doing what I need to do for myself the way I need to do it for my own goals. Okay? If I don't do full range of motion on a bicep curl, then it's fine. I'm doing it for a reason. You keep your arm like this, that's time under tension, because right here, you're still contracted. Right here is where the hardest part of the movement is, because gravity pulling down, and you're pulling up against gravity. Once it gets here, it's not really much of a pull. It's all being pulled this way instead of straight this way. This is like the easiest part of the movement. This is easy. A little bit harder, harder. Max difficulty level. And I like to keep tension on the bicep because it works it better. Yeah, the stretch also, but you can't really get a super great stretch when doing bicep curls with dumbbells, just like this. That's about as much stretch as you can get, because back here, it's not a whole lot more until right here. Then, that's some real stretch right here. But I don't have a bench here that I can lay on and do lying bicep curls. So when I'm doing them like this, that's about as good a stretch as I can get. And then I curl up. Some of my videos you'll see doing bicep curls, you'll see me doing this. Right here, there's a stretch. Because it's pulling the weight, pulling all of that. It's not a full on stretch, but you know what? I'm still making gains. My biceps are still getting bigger. My chest is still getting bigger. And yeah, I'm losing a lot of weight and muscle and strength because I haven't been able to eat what I need to eat, because I only get 15-minute break at work a day, because I'm not scheduled long enough to get a lunch break. So I eat before I start work. I try to, anyway. I eat what I can, which is not always enough. So my body has to take from itself to fill in the gap. And then, I'm biking or walking to work, burning calories. I usually eat before I leave, at least drink a protein shake, or like a protein shake and Anabolic, or a protein shake and Hyperade or something, just to try and give me a boost. Protein and carb boost going to work. When I get to work, I try and eat or drink something. And then I start work. I work 2.5 hours, 15-minute break. And 2.5 more hours, I'm done. And then I walk or ride home, which takes me 20 to 40 minutes, depending. If I'm walking, it takes about 40. If I'm riding my bike, it takes 15 to 20. And, so I'm burning a lot of calories. I'm not putting in more calories than I burn, so I'm losing strength, I'm losing body fat, or I'm losing strength and losing muscle and gaining body fat, because when I don't eat, or I don't eat enough, my body burns the muscle and puts on more fat, because the body fat is your body's reserves, is your body's calorie reserves. When you don't have enough to eat, your body takes from those fat stores. But me, I don't really have a lot of fat to take from, so my body takes from the muscles. And the first thing it takes from most of the time is my biceps. That's why I work my biceps probably more than any other group, trying to condition them so my body's like, hey, we actually need this, so let's keep it. I'm always on my legs, so my legs are like, upper legs are thick. My calves, not so much, but I've kind of started to care less about my calves. And I mean, I was working on them. They're getting a little bit bigger. No, I can't let your friend in. She's being mean. Want to fight everyone. And that's not cool. We don't fight everyone for no reason. Acting like some thug. Just run around starting fights with anyone and everyone. That's stupid and childish. You want me to fight our landlord just because, you know, yeah, stupid crap dealing with him. Like, you know, our pipe's busted. This was years back. Our pipe's busted, and we couldn't wash ourselves. My son, me, my baby dad, baby mama wanted to fucking fuggin, F-U-G-G-I-N, YouTube. Wanted to, or had to go to parents' houses or friends' houses to bathe. We had to buy bottled water, gallons of bottled water to flush our toilet, etc. You know, I'm sure you people have been in a situation where you have to buy bottled water to boil water to cook and flush. It's not the greatest, but you know, sometimes you got to because your landlord doesn't want to fix the pipes. And then, you know, he takes you to court because you owe him money and says he doesn't want any money, he just wants us out. Yeah, he doesn't want any money because he's not willing to fix the place up to where it needs to be in living conditions. If you are living in a place that is not up to par with living conditions, running water, heat, electric, sewage, working sewage, you know, etc. All those necessary things. I don't want to call it amenities or luxuries because they're not. And he or she doesn't want to fix anything, you are not obligated to pay them any rent until they fix the place up. Anyway, I wanted to mention that about the bicep curl because I had someone comment on a video asking why I don't do full range of motion. Some people say, oh, I'm doing too far range of motion when I bring my shoulder up like that. Well, the bicep is connected here in the shoulder, so you get full shoulder or full bicep tension when you bring it up. Okay? And I don't always do that. Sometimes I just stay right here in this range of motion. Sometimes I bring it up. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just stay in this range of motion. But I do what I feel I need to do. It's not affecting any of you. Oh, okay, I'm not making as good of bicep gains as I could, right? Is your argument. But you know what? I think I'm doing just fine. So let me do things the way I want to do them. Maybe you could follow along and see if it's beneficial to you just as it is to me. Because everybody's body is different. one workout for you might be the GOAT, king of all exercises for that particular muscle for you. And then someone else over there, let's say they're the same age, same height, same everything. Pretty much, within a close average. And their best workout for that same muscle group is not the one you're doing. The one you're doing, they don't feel it as well. They don't get a good mind muscle connection, or they don't get a great pump from it. Or maybe a certain way of doing it, an angle and the form they have to do it in, hurts in a bad way. Like impingement or pinching or some cramp that is not beneficial. I knew this one guy I worked with, not gonna call him a friend, but he said he didn't bench. He didn't do bench pressing because it hurt his elbows. And most likely not a bad thing. It's something you just need to move past. It's probably that little muscle here, weak and tired, and you're doing other moves that work your triceps, but not your full triceps, not the 3 heads of the triceps. Because there's that little one right here around the elbow that helps you lock out. Rock solid. Tighten my triceps. They're pretty solid. That's why I don't do a whole lot of tricep work. I've trained swords a lot since I was 13, 14 at least. Maybe before that. I mean, truly training, like me and a friend sparring type training, or I'm shadow training. Before all that, I was just out in the woods swinging a sword around, chopping trees, chopping brush and weeds and stuff. But still, tricep, 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 bicep to bring your sword in, tricep to extend it. And yeah, I know, if I had a sword in my hand, I would have just cut myself. But I didn't. So my triceps are pretty well conditioned, and I don't really lose a lot of strength from them. So that's why I didn't do any push-ups, any kickbacks. I only worked mostly for the chest. I definitely needed a boost today. And of course, Tim's Boosts don't have much caffeine to them. So I also got a Red Bull, which also does not have much caffeine in it. So this here is just kind of like a little wake-up boost. Then I'm going to have my pre-workout. But a little bit of sugar and the caffeine, I've noticed, are actually really pretty good for working out. Yeah, they say, carbs are energy, which they can be. But I've had tons of energy when I was on a absolutely zero carb diet. I was eating hamburger, chicken, steaks, fish, etc. But you know, when you buy a pound of hamburger, there's no carbs. Chicken breast has no carbs in it. It's not carbureted until you bread it and fry it. Even the seasonings you put on them don't really have carbs. They don't have calories. It's just little pieces of plants that you add for spices. Anyway, 15 and a half minutes of me rambling, ranting and raving about bicep curls and why I do them the way I do them. Okay, or my short range of motion, you know, I'm not doing full ROM. Is that going to affect your bicep gains too? I don't think so. I mean, you know, I'm not an expert. I'm not a scientist. But I'm pretty sure if I were to stab my bicep, you would be just fine. Like 99.99.99% sure. So, why does someone else doing something a certain way affect you and bother you and offend you so badly? Are you that insecure of yourself? I mean, okay, I understand that it might just be because, you know, you're concerned for my well-being and my gains. You don't want me to tear a bicep. You want me to have, to not be leaving any gains on the table, as they say. But also, I'm working for strength. When you're working for strength, you want to keep a few reps in reserve. I also work a little bit for hypertrophy, because yeah, sometimes I feel like I need, or I want bigger biceps, or I want bigger chest, bigger shoulders, whatever. Mostly I work for strength. So let me do what I'm gonna do the way I'm gonna do it. Okay? Watch my videos or don't. I don't care. I enjoy the views, the comments, and the likes, etc. But it doesn't hurt my feelings if I don't get any. Okay? I record these videos for my own benefit, and then I post them on YouTube for my own benefit as well as other people, because I know some people one person has cancer, and my workouts helped them gain weight. Hey, that's a good thing. I've helped my nephew lose weight. He was like 220. Okay? I got him down to like 150. He would have gotten a lot further than that if he would have actually been more strict with his diet. Yeah, he lowered the amount of junk he ate, lowered the amount of sugar and carbs that he ate, and increased the amount of protein and fat he ate. But he wasn't as strict as he should have been. He would have lost more and gained more. But I mean, he's not doing too bad for himself. So, you know, and it's his own body. We can do what we want with our own body. I mean, me hitting myself is my own choice. And it's different, you know, I go around hitting other people, or someone else hits me. But I can do whatever I want to my own body, as long as it doesn't affect anyone else. These, you know, might be a little, I don't want to say painful, but you know, like a word that's a few levels down from pain, like Not quite, a little more than tickling, of course. But it's my own body. I could do what I want with it as long as I'm not hurting anyone else. It's my own life. I can do what I want as long as I am not bothering other people or preventing other people from doing what they want. Anyway, starting to get a little pumped up and ready. That wasn't as good as I thought it'd be. That was the other part of it, and I thought it would all go together. But no. Anyway, we got 112 pounds here. Oh, I'm sorry, 112.5. 2.5 pound plate. It's kind of falling apart. I mean, it can still be used. It's not that much falling apart. Plus, 10 pound kettlebell on the rack. Okay, had to take a quick break. Had to use the bathroom. And not just a quick bathroom break either, if you know what I mean. But I'd definitely rather those BMs happen before a workout or after a workout. I hate it when they are in the middle, because then I don't feel like I'm getting good gains, because half of my workout I've already recovered and rested from, because usually it takes me like 15-20 minutes to shit. So luckily, maybe I've had enough stuff to drink that it didn't take me that long, but apparently lately I've been half constipated. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's do this. Hoorah! Gotta have it plugged in. Party piece of crap.
Power on.
Not always.
Bluetooth pairing.
Sometimes.
Bluetooth connected.
It's like more than a freaking brain fart. And I've noticed when I'm doing the dumbbell rack curls, a lot of time there's a lot of upper back traps, upper lat, not lat, but upper traps working. But that's okay. It's a heavy weight. Of course, you're going to have other muscles jumping in to help. You use a heavy weight at first to get some good pump going, to get some good tension. And it's a good way to start out the workout. Start with a heavy weight, and you drop it down lower and lower and lower. And by the time you get to a low weight, it's going to be heavy, somewhat, at least. Anyway, let's roll.
Sun Tzu said, "The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin."
destruction has begun. Shaking the ground with a force of 1,000 guns. Crossing the line of fire, crossing to hostile land, tanks leading the way. Leading the way. Charging the ranks with the force of a furious storm. As the lightning phantom swarm. 200 lives at nightfall. Taken within a day, thus earning the name. Earning the flame. They are the Panzer elite, born to compete, never retreat. Ghost division, leading our dead, always ahead, fed by your dread. Always ahead as the blitzkrieg rages on. Breaking ground with the sound of blazing guns. Rushing the line of fire. Rushing to hostile land, tanks leading the way. Leading the way. Leaving a trail of destruction to a foreign land. Massive assault, little southern Nazi plan. Communications broken. Hundreds of far away, now serving the name. Learning the fame. They are the Panzer elite, born to compete, never retreat. Ghost division, leading our dead, always ahead, fed by your dread. Pushing the front line forth with a tremendous force. Switching the way from Panzer cars. Crossing the line of fire. Crossing the hostile land, tanks leading the way. Claiming the flame. They are the Panzer elite, born to compete, never retreat. Ghost division, leading our dead, always ahead, fed by your dread. Panzer elite, born to compete, never retreat. Ghost division, leading our dead, always ahead, fed by your dread.
I feel like it's AC's on.
If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle.
that's left after the fight, and now I'm searching a new way to defeat my enemy. Bloodshed. That's the art of war.
Defeat your enemies without fighting.
That's the art of war.
Like psychological warfare is supreme.
Breaking the will to fight among the enemy. Horsemen to hunt me, they will play my game and play by my rules. I will be close but still untouchable. No more lies suffering and pain. They'll find me no more. I'll be gone, I will have them surrounded. They will kneel without fight. Overrun coup de grace. Our wing must never fight. That's the art of war. That's the art of war.
Pre-workout, steel, candy bliss. We'll have to upgrade to the next one, I think. And just use like less than a full scoop of that next level up. It's too much. Just has me feeling nauseous and stuff. I don't know if it's too many B vitamins or too many something else. Can't be too much caffeine. I was drinking like 600 milligrams of caffeine a day before. Probably not super great, but you know, had to do stuff, had to get stuff done.
Broken and lost, tired of war. They'll surrender to me. Caught in my trap, there's no way out. Fatal, never again, never again.
So silent before the storm, awaiting command here. A few has been chosen to stand as one outnumbered by far. Their orders from high command. fight back for your ground. A war unknown to the world. No army may enter that land that is protected by Polish hand. Unless you are going to run, your force will soon be undone. Undone. Baptizing fire, all into one. Spirits of Spartans, death and glory. Soldiers of Poland, second to none. Proud of the Wehrmacht, brought to our halls. The 8th of September starts. The rage of the Reich. A barrage of mortars and guns stand fast. The bunkers will hold. The captain has pledged his life. I'll face my fate here. The sound of artillery strike, so fierce the thunder of guns. So come bring on all that you've got. Come hell, come high water, never stop. Unless you are going to run, your lives will soon be undone. Undone. Baptized in fire, fall into one. Spirits of Spartans, death and glory. Soldiers of Poland, second to none. Proud of the Wehrmacht, brought to our halls. Always remember, a fallen soldier. Always remember, fathers and sons at war. Always remember, a fallen soldier. Always remember, you read in history. No more we may enter that land that is protected by Polish hand. Unless you are going to run, your force will soon be undone. Undone. Baptized in fire, fall into one. Spirits of Spartans, death and glory. Soldiers of Poland, second to none. Proud of the Wehrmacht, brought to our halls. No, no, no. It's under crimson skies, hell's horizon. Our trap will spring unaware of oppressors, so we marching straight to their doom. We are prepared for war, ready for fire. Stand by to charge, counting down as they march into destruction. Their time has come. They'll never know we gave no warning. We set the trap, they took the bait. Leading them straight into hell. They will not live to tell the tale. We'll strike at dusk and fight till dawn. Tonight our foe is bound to fail. Our time is now already on a chosen ground. Dead men marching, no sign of hope. Victory will be ours before the dawn breaks. Tonight we charge. They'll never know we give no warning. We set a trap, they took the bait, leading them straight into hell. They will not live to tell our tale. We'll strike at dusk and fight till dawn. Tonight our foe is bound to fail. Our time is now already at us. Chaos and disorder, sound of the attack, charging down the mountain,
Frontal assault!
outside of the darkness, mortals on the ground, like uncles of nature, shaking the field. They never knew we gave no warning. We set a trap, they took the bait, cut off, retreat, release.
Unleash the beast!
The beast within, berserk courageous release. Unleash the soul of force, unbreakable war machine. Victims of the ambush, stains the ground with blood, fields of execution, murderous blood. Soldiers turn to madmen in the dead of night, fighting without beauty, fiery eyes. They never knew we gave no warning. We set a trap, they took the bait, cut off, retreat, release. Unleash the beast within, berserk courageous release. Unleash the soul of force,
Unbreakable war machine!
unleash the beast within, berserk courageous release.
Water shapes its course according to the nature of the ground over which it flows.
Be like watching my friend.
The soldier works out his victory in relation to the foe whom he is facing. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, in warfare there are no constant conditions.
side. Hear them calling from a thousand friends are resting side by side. They will never leave our hearts or fade away. Live forever. There was far too young to die such a way.
How many wasted lives? How many dreams that fade away? Broken promises, they won't be coming home. Oh mothers, wipe your tears, your sons will rest a million years. Found their peace at last as foes turned to friend and were killed. And they knew they would die. Gallipoli. Letters in the sun.
Such waste of life, Gallipoli. Dreams of freedom turn to dust.
Yeah.
Hell is waiting.
When the ocean meets the sun.
It's a burden when the sun is crushed into certain. At the shoreline, let all heroes thanks the land. Light a candle, one for each of them who fought and died in vain. There is no enemy, there is no victory. Only boys who lost their lives in the sand. Young men were sacrificed, their names are carved in stone and kept alive. And forever we will honor the memory of them. And they knew they would die. Gallipoli left the letters in the sand. Such waste of life, Gallipoli. Dreams of freedom turn to dust.
Yeah.
How many wasted lives? How many dreams that fade away? Broken promises, they won't be coming home. Oh, mothers, wipe your tears, your sons will rest a million years. Found their peace at last, as home turns to friend and forget. As he knows to die. Left the letters in the sand. Such waste of life, Gallipoli. Dreams of freedom turn to dust.
But out to the weekend with all the certain to win century and army to the west. Blistering the ground were chosen slow asleep in hell, were frozen solid, were to be eager to invade. The thoughts of the mighty possessed, and not of his foe, rage of winter rise.
Nations fighting.
All was yours, strike where it hurts. Fight, hold your ground. Winter war, recross the line. Split them into small divisions, break them up and come with visions, what tactics used.
Another thing I gotta say is that a lot of you never seen me before I started working out 15-ish years ago. And if you did know me back then, you know I was a stick. Like my arms, they did not have any thickness to them. Like they're maybe as thick as my big part of my forearm right there. I had muscle, but it was mostly toned. It wasn't muscular. I was toned and athletic, even though I can't really get into sports because of my asthma. This is a sport I can get into. I can throw the weights around, stop for a minute, cool down, catch my breath, whatever I need to do, and do some more reps. But anyway, I've known people back then, like when I was going to one guy, for example, it's one of the examples. One guy I was going to GED classes with. He was kind of heavy set. Still a cool dude. Now he's like a lot bigger. Still pretty cool dude. And at least of what I've known of him, a cool guy. At least, you know, decent anyway. He's cool in the way that, you know, he's never done me wrong. We've always laughed and got along and whatever. Hung out. But anyway, he picked me up. I was walking to town for something. The walk was like 10 miles, 5 miles into town, and he stopped, gave me a ride. Like, damn, you've been putting on muscle. You're looking swole, I think is the term he used. Like, yeah, I've been working out when I can. You know, I didn't really think I was a lot small. I was smaller than what I am now. And I didn't really think it was very noticeable. But if someone hadn't seen you in like, you know, 5, 10 or so years, they definitely can tell. And that makes you feel good. Makes you believe in what you're doing and the progress you're making.
rise.
Terrorist soldier, nation's pride, all those yours, strike 'em where it hurts.
Fight, hold your ground. Winter war, reverse line. Rise, nation's pride, all those yours, strike where it hurts. Fight, hold your ground. Winter war, reverse line. Into the motherland, the German army marched.
And I've made some pretty good bicep gains on these bicep days. And I know that for a fact. It's like right now, hard to extend that because this is tight and it doesn't want to extend. But also, in the evening, when I'm taking a shower, I'm washing, I get cramps in my biceps or my brachial. So, you know, and they're getting bigger. I know this for a fact, because you know it's my body. So people, back up, please. Let me do what I need to do, the way I feel I need to do it. If I don't make any gains from my workout, like one bicep workout I didn't really make very good gains from it. I was watching the video later and realized what my problem was. Yeah, a lot of times when I was lifting the weight, I was doing this, more shrugging than bicep curling it up. And some of my other, you know, I wasn't doing the full range of motion or whatever. Sometimes I do that on purpose. But that last bicep workout, I wasn't doing enough, so I didn't make as good of gains. Still had some soreness. Most of the gains were in my brachials and the shoulder, some in my biceps, but that told me I wasn't hitting the bicep properly and fully. So I make tweaks to my workout. Change things up, change the form, change whatever it may be. We got 30-pound drag curls left of this part. And then I'll stop it here since we're already at an hour, and then do the rest of it. Or I'll just let it stay recording. I don't know. We'll see. When I get there, we'll cross that bridge and possibly burn it when we get there. I'll be back.
Line up in thousands, as far as I can see. Ready for the assault, ready for the fight, waiting for the access to march into the trap. Minds are placed in darkness in the cover of the night, waiting
to be triggered when the time is right. In the imagination, imminent attack. Once the battle started, there's no turning back. The end of the Third Reich draws near. Its time has come to an end. The end of an era is here. It's time to attack. Into the motherland, the German army marched. Congress side by side stop the Nazi charge. Answers of Russian soil thunder in the east. 1 million men at war, Soviet wrath unleashed. Fields of Gororovka, where the heat of battle burned, suffered heavy losses, the tide of war was turned. Driving back the Germans, fighting on both fronts. Until now Russia, out of Soviet land, reinforced the front line, was the axis to retreat, sending all the reserves, securing their defeat. Soldiers of the Union broke the citadel, ruins of an army, ashes rest in hell. The end of the Third Reich draws near. Its time has come to an end. The end of an era is here. It's time to attack. Into the motherland, the German army marched. Congress side by side stop the Nazi charge. Answers the Russian soil thunder in the east. 1 million men at war, the Soviet wrath unleashed. All right, Congress, this is the Soviet Union. Strike!
Union of Land.
Regard your soldiers as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. Look upon them as your own beloved sons, and they will stand by you even unto death.
It is our turn to rise, the force of a union at war. March over mountains on our way to the north, on the road only us to roam. Our way will not be easy, it will take us through hardship and pain. Hill after hill, breaking the lines of defense. Our march carries on, no army is not our approach. Right side by side, many nations unite in the shadow of the casino. We'll fight and die together as we head for the valley of death. Destiny calls, will not surrender or fail. To arms under one banner, as a unit we stand, and united we fall as one. Fighting together, bringing an end to the slaughter. Winds are changing.
Throw your soldiers into positions whence there is no escape, and they will prefer death to flight.
Okay, part 2 coming up. Apparently, I forgot to delete old videos, most likely, because alert popping up saying storage getting full. I'm gonna stop here, jump back into it in just a moment. While I'm doing this, deleting old stuff, making room for new stuff, which I need to start remembering. But anyway, me and my muscles, we'll be back.